Hey everyone, and today I have another video for you all. 3.10 came out today on Xbox for Smite, and it's called the Dwarven Corruption patch. It's a patch that I was a little bit excited for because we are getting a new Guardian with this patch, as long as, of course, the skins and the balances that come along with a normal Smite patch. So for starters, to get right into it, his name is Fafnir, the Lord of the Glittering Gold. So he plays very well in my opinion. He's a very good Guardian for what he serves. His abilities are very interesting, because they, of course, as a Guardian, you think, you want to support your team, and that's pretty much what his abilities do. They're very, very supporting, and he's just a very, in my opinion, he's a very good ally you want on your team. I don't know if he's very difficult to go against. I'd say probably one or two of his abilities are a little bit strong in a situation that you might want to run away from. But for starters, his first ability is called Curse Strength, which is a damage dealing ability that starts at 100 damage, maxes out at 260, plus 50% of your physical power. It also stuns on impact for 1 second and slows at 20%, maxing at 40%, and slows all nearby enemies for 3 seconds. Pretty much a mouthful, I know. His first ability does do a fair amount of a little bit of everything, it seems like, and it's a very good ability, but you need to make sure that you hit it because aiming it is a little bit iffy. So for his second ability, we have Coerce, which is a buff. The buff is a really powerful in my opinion. Again, it's very good if you have a basic attacker, so a warrior or a hunter on your team that's basic attacker or a warrior that's a basic attacker is very useful. So for starters, it starts with a 10 to 50% attack speed buff. Healing, it also heals Fafnir for 50 to 170 plus 40% of your magical power and health. Fafnir also does additional magical damage from 5% to 25% of target's power wherever the affected ally damages an enemy. Very useful. Again, ability that does a lot. It does 3 or 4 different things when the moment you activate it. So keep this in mind for if you have someone who plays hunter or basic attack warrior. For his third ability, we have Underhanded Tactics, which I'm glad this ability is finally on a Guardian because we only have this on Blow now. So it's a disarm ability, which is very useful. It can be used short range right in front of you. If you just want to aim down at the ground and use it, it will work. Or if you want to do a far range jump, you could do that as well. It's very far range, very fast, pretty much instant if anything, and it does do damage starting from 80 to 240 plus 60% of your magical power. So keep this in mind. You can pop your 3, pop your 1, or pop your 2 somewhere in there to help a teammate out, and if you want, you can pop your ultimate, which is pretty much what makes Fafnir stand out Guardian to me. He turns into a dragon, which is amazing because, I mean, who wouldn't want to turn into a dragon? So to get right into it, Dragonic Corruption. He does have a short startup timer for this ability to use and exit the ability, so just keep that in mind. When you exit the ability, he is vulnerable, so just remember to exit the ability anywhere safe, just in case you don't want to have 2 or 3 seconds of taking damage from whoever's around you. So whoever is in the radius of this transformation at startup is poisoned, taking dot damage starting at 80 to 160 plus 40% of your magical power. He remains into his dragon form until the timer expires, or he cancels at any time, which again, you can cancel at any time, so don't even worry about it, don't fret. Also, the timer does increase the more he ranks up, starting at 20 seconds, maxing at 40 at level 20. All of his abilities reset cooldown when activated and have different effects in his dragon form, as well as his basic is now Fire Breathing, which starts at 10 damage, maxes at 30, plus 10% of your magical damage every 3 seconds. So, again, he does reset all of his cooldowns, and all of his abilities gain different stats, basically. So, for starters, when in his dragon form, his Curse Strength gains increased damage starting at 50 and maxing at 130 plus 25% of magical power. That also drops protections from 20 to 40% in addition to slowing. It's very potent and it's very powerful. So his second ability, Coerce, now has a larger effect and buffs multiple allies, so you don't have to worry about just hitting one person. If you have a group of people next to you, it'll get them as well. For his third ability, Underhanded Tactics, leaps much further. It's man, you could just pretty much clear the little arena circle in one leap alone, and deals increased damage from 40 to 120 plus 30% of your magical power, and also stuns the closest enemy next to him for 2 seconds in addition to disarming. So again, so much you can do in a fight with this guy that it's crazy. He's a very good team player, and I'm really enjoying the fact that he's in the game. Can't wait to just play more of him. He's very interesting to use, and again, if you have him with a good team comp, he's a very good Guardian. So look into him, play him, try him out. You might like him. So moving on to the rest of the patch, we have 4 new skins which as well as the alt skin for Fafnir, Jingwei Masteries, which look amazing in my opinion. We have 7 new skins to talk about this patch. So, for starters, we have the Aphrodabra Aphrodite skin from Outdoor Cats, which is her basic attack. So, as you can tell, it's a little Halloweenish type of vibe. It's very, very nice. And then we have Ski Patrol Scotty, which, I mean, who wouldn't want a big dog playing Smite? I mean, yeah, Calder's really cool, but once you turn him into a big fluffy dog, he's even scarier. I mean, he looks really amazing. I really do like the skin a lot. So we have tier 2 skins that are coming, and for these skins, I really do like them because I play these characters. So we have tier 2 Demon King Ravana, Raven, however you want to say it, and we have now Stalker Sobek, which they all look really good, and they also have some little VFX which make them a little nice. Raven has glowing wrapped fists, as you can see. His well, you probably can't see, but in gameplay, his fists are now green, and they're all, they look like they're oozing some sort of slime. It's really, really cool. And Sobek has a gleaming axe, which is very, very nice. I don't know, it's a little thing you probably won't notice much until you're probably walking with him and you just see his axe just randomly pop a little shine. And for another new skin, we have Worm Slayer. The way that they spell this is a little bit of a tongue twister for me. I apologize. And this skin looks killer in game. I really do like this skin. I might pick it up just because I love the effects on this skin. They all have a fire attribute to them, so every time you shoot any of his abilities, they all just pretty much fire erupts out of him. Especially his jump and his axe stance. He hits the ground, and just this puff of fire comes out. It looks very, very cool. And high res, I give you a high five on that and a pat on the back. It's very, very nice for that skin. And lastly, we have the Jingwei Mastery skins, which I just adore these skins. They look so nice. The fact that they made her wings multi-tier colored, even the diamond skins for it. Like, man, I would master Jingwei Mastery 10 just to play this skin because it just looks amazing. I mean, it's a very good mastery skin. And again, props on you, Hi-Rez. It's probably the best mastery skin, to me at least. So that's enough with the skins. We're moving on to achievements now. So Aphrodite, Nut, and Ratatasker all have new achievements, and they're pretty much the basic stuff. Hit someone with one of your abilities and get a kill or two. Basically, that's just the gist of it. So moving on to the strong suit of the patch. Why we get these patches is the misc, the item changes, and the god changes. So for the misc changes, there's some it's a little detailed, and I know I don't play ranked. A lot of people don't play ranked, so I'll just say that they fixed ranked play to make it more fair and easier to play, and more rewarding, because as it stands right now, ranked play is having a lot of issues. It's having a lot of ranking issues, and you're losing a lot for maybe you lost a match, you're gonna lose as much as you probably lost 5 or 6 matches for one game, and they're fixing that. They fixed it. So for item changes, all all health items in the game now go from 350 to 400 health to make them more viable. If you buy a health item, yes, that extra 50 health might not sound like a big deal, but when you stack those items together, if you're building a health character, they're very, very useful. So just keep that in mind. All health items now are at 400 health instead of 350. For god changes, AMC has, or Muzin Khan, he has gotten his hive ability cooldown reduced from 16 seconds to 14 seconds. Artemis has gotten a texture fix on her recon ult, no longer just looks like an invisible boar or drone. And Freya also got a fix on her buffer timer, which wasn't really displaying correctly at one point. It kind of just would show the ability and then, incorrectly show the timer on that. So those were just some little changes. But for the rest of the patch, we have 3 guys that got some changes to cooldowns and damage reduction. So for Cuckoo, his slipstream cooldown reduced from 15 seconds to a max of 11 seconds, disregarding cooldown reduction, by the way. So if you have cooldown reduction, that drops to like 3 or 4 seconds, so you can just constantly just get out of fight now. That's basically why they did it. They want to make Cuckoo be able to get into a fight and be able to get out without punishing too much, because you want to kind of have that frontline push, because he's very good at that. He's very good at dropping down his little tornado hurricane and just making sure you hold down a little spot, and you want to make sure that he's able to get out of battle, so they reduce that cooldown for him. Very, very nice indeed. And Ratatasker is getting a tad of a nerf to make his powerful new kit not so punishing. So his dart damage got reduced previously from 100 to 260, now 80 to 240. Also, his flurry went from 12 seconds to 14 seconds, and a debuff went from 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to 2, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4. Very good I mean, Red Attacker still is very powerful right now. I know a lot of people are saying that he's not, or maybe he's a little bit nerfed, whatever you want to say, but he's still just pretty much the assassin to play right now. And I can see that. I was playing him last night, and I was just, even before the patch, and I was playing him a game today even. He's very, very viable still, regardless of the little nerf that they dropped on him. So Raijin is getting a little bit of a damage nerf on his combo, which is pretty much, if in not my opinion, just many others, the easiest to confirm combo in the game, which is his Raidu and his Thunder Crash. So the damage on those is now going from 20 to 60, and his Thunder damage is now, his lightning damage was 20 to 60, it is now 20 to 40, and his Thunder damage was 40 to 120, is now 40 to 80. So, you know, if you build the right items to proc that attack, it does crazy damage. So I can understand why they nerfed this. I do applaud them for that, because there were certain moments where I was playing him and this ability, I could half hit a person, you know, give me Soul Reaver and a couple other good items, and yeah, you know, anyone that's a hunter, mage, or anything like that, yeah, pretty much half of the health is gone. It's very, very powerful indeed, very potent. So finally, I call him Susan just because, but Susano O, his Storm Kata, sorry if I butchered that, is pretty much just cuts through everything. I know everyone's just like, man, it's a 3-hit ability and it procs. It used to proc Bluestone. So if you don't know, Bluestone adds additional damage per hit for 2 seconds. So you could pop this 3 times and it just kept proccing the item on every hit, and it just early game he would shred through people. So thankfully they removed that. It no longer procs, and they reduced the damage scaling as well. So instead of going as high as you used to do, I think they reduced it by 10%. So now it's 70%. Very, very glad to see that they're starting to work on the Susan nerf, because they said they weren't going to nerf him, but they're working on it now. And with 3.11, we're going to get that as well. I'll cover that when that comes to Xbox. So I hope you all enjoyed the video. I really, really do enjoy these little patch notes. I'm glad that 3.10 is out on Xbox as fast as it came out. If I'm not mistaken, it came out last week on PC, you know, and we already got it on console this week. So high res, high five to you guys. You guys are doing a great job, doing what you can do. I know a lot of people hate for the fact that you guys just seem to release guys that are just crazy powerful, and there's just so much going on with the game, and you're trying to do all that you can. You guys are good, so good in my eyes. I hope you guys enjoyed the video for today, and take it.